Welcome to our series on media revolutionaries. How'd you get into this crazy business?
My dad was in the diamond business. I realized that that wasn't for me for a number of reasons that I'm not going to go into. A good friend of mine was working at Metro Media in promotion, Metro Media, WNEW-FM in New York. And he seemed to be having a really good time. And so I decided I would try my hand at it. He actually got me my first interview, and I was hired on the spot at Norman, Craig & Cummel, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Most successful executives, they had a mentor or two as they progressed in their career. Did you have one?
Yeah, I got really, really lucky. I went to work in 1972 at SSC&B for a gentleman named Werner Michel, who only died a few years ago. He was well over 100 when he passed, and he and I had lunch 2 weeks before he died. And he was an incredibly influential guy. He steered me from SSC&B to Benton & Bowles, and really career pathed me for quite some time.
What was the greatest setback you experienced, and how did you deal with it?
I, knock wood, have been pretty fortunate in not having any horrific business setbacks. I've had some personal setbacks. Probably, all of us in our younger days, if we wanted to be successful, focused on the business and not on our personal lives. And I guess the good news is that with my wife and my daughter, I've had ample opportunity to make up for it. But with parents, it doesn't work that way, because once they're gone, you don't get a do-over. And that's the one thing that I probably failed at.
What would you recommend to a young person that they enter this business?
I can't think of any other business where you get to play with technology, where you get to play with content, where you get deal making, where you get strategic insight and input and analytics. I mean, we cover the whole gamut of things. If somebody were to watch me in any given day, I still read scripts for television shows. I still make calls on development, and yet, in the next minute I may be dealing with a computer issue or a technology issue or a trading issue. And you don't get to do that in most businesses. The other thing, of course, is, we probably deal with 65, 70 of the Fortune 100. And so you begin to understand their business problems. You begin to understand what's needed to fix those problems. And it gives you a perspective that you really can't get in any other siloed business.
So fast forward 50 years. What's our industry look like?
I think it'll be much more performance-based than it is today. I think we'll be dealing with outcomes as opposed to media delivery. I believe that it'll be enabled by granularity of data, census-level data. Instead of broad-scale attribution modeling, it'll be census-level attribution calculations. Instead of product development cycles based on a typical person, everything will be based on collaborative filtering, understanding things at a census level. And I think in some ways that massive volume of data is going to complicate things, but in many ways it's going to simplify it as well.